Waterfall of tears rumble in the sky, drowning in the fears, wishing I could fly. I'm giving up. Switch up the pattern, break the chain, give up the why. It doesn't matter, shed the pain, flow with the tide. My eyes go inward, rising up. Release, reclaim, you've had enough. Give it up. Waheguru, Waheguru, be the wave. Waheguru, Waheguru, be the wave. Violet sky, blue tears, magnify that you hear. Waheguru, Waheguru, be the wave.
I'm on? Mm-hmm. I'm on. Hello. Welcome to Vinyasa. I'm looking for music for you. We're talking about this yin and yang. In Kundalini Yoga, we talk about guru, this light and dark, strong, soft, these polarities, paradoxes sometimes, slight difference there, but this play that we experience not only in the world, but in ourselves in any given moment. Taking any snapshot in time and just stopping wherever you are and saying, asking yourself, what is yin and what is yang in this moment? Energetically, am I anxious and up, really yang, really fiery? But you're just sitting down on the couch and you're like this. So the yin would be the like, well, you're actually pretty sedentary. But in your mind and your nervous system is like, is it an 80% yang, 20% yin? Out in the world taking a run. What is it? What are you feeling in your body? What is it? A different kind of ratio between yin and yang? That's just physical activity, but mentally, where are your thoughts? Where is the quiet versus the active, or the accepting versus the controlling? So it's a really great tool in any given moment to stop. It's a mindfulness practice to use this tool of where's my yin and where's my yang, to stop, look around, notice where you are, notice how you're feeling, notice what's going on in your head. So in our practice today on the mat, we'll continue to come back, and I'll cue you periodically to check in and say, ask yourself, where am I at? We can be really active. Let's say we're in a plank. All of our muscles engaged, core engaged. That's very yang. But have a really quiet mind, a slow breath, a soft face. There's the yin. And how those two can play together. And in our Western experience and our collective consciousness, it's really hard for us to grasp this idea that we could be determined and relentless and have grit, but also be able to surrender every day in different ways, to have this softness, but also this relentless drive. They can live together. And so today we'll get to practice how we can allow those to live in our bodies at the same time, and know that we have control over shifting that ratio in any given moment to bring us back to an equilibrium that feels safe, feels productive, feels nourishing to our mind, body, and soul. So let's get started. Sit up nice and tall. Push down into the sits bones, lift the ribs up away from the hips. You can be on a blanket or bolster or pillow if you like. Let the shoulders rest down away from the ears. Soften the jaw. Soften the cheeks. Start by noticing all the sounds in your environment, both inside and outside your space. Notice the temperature on your skin, the cool spots and warm spots. Begin to deepen the breath. Slow it down. Explore the edges, finding more space between the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. Squeezing out the exhale, knitting the ribs in towards each other, drawing the navel back, drawing the low belly back. See if you can find a new level of empty. And relax those muscles. The vacuum effect of the respiratory diaphragm will pull the air into the lungs without much effort, as long as you relax the belly. And that only happens, that vacuum effect, when we fully exhale first. That's why we really want to squeeze, 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 squeeze. When you think you're done exhaling, squeeze a little more. And then relax everything all at once. Feel that pull of air into the lungs. Let's bring our palms together, knuckles to sternum. 5 pounds of pressure in the hands. We'll all exhale together. Inhale. Hold the breath, soften the tongue, lift the pelvic floor, and set your intention for the rest of today. What you'd like to see grow, what you'd like to cultivate, send it into every cell. Exhale. Release the hands. Let's come right onto our hands and knees. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And begin our cat-cow. So on the cow, we're drawing the heart forward, lifting the crown and tail. On our cat, rounding the back. Push the floor away, spread between the shoulder blades, belly scoops up. On the inhale, imagine you're trying to pull the hands back towards your knees. On the exhale, really scoop up the low belly, the navel up to the spine. Eyes are closed. We're following the pace of our own breath, taking your time. There we go. I heard it. So sometimes we start to speed up the breath to match the pace of the body. Other way around. We're taking those long, deep breaths, and the movement of the body is taking its cue from the breath, using the whole inhale to extend. Lifting the crown and tail, using the whole exhale to round. So when we get to the bottom of the exhale, the body finishes its trajectory. Next time you inhale, pause there. Hold the breath for a moment. Scoop the low belly up. Feel the pelvic floor lift. Our root lock. Exhale, come to a neutral spine. Inhale, left shoulder, left hip, squeeze. Exhale, right shoulder squeezes towards the right hip. So the side to side transverse extension. there's this aspect to the yin and the yang, or Kundalini Yoga, we talk about Waheguru, this acceptance that both will always be there. We're never always in the light. There's always a little shadow. And we don't know what the light is unless there is some shadow. We don't see that light coming in when the door opens unless we're in the dark room. Next time we come through center, pause and walk the hands forward a little bit. Ease the hips down, straight line from crown to knees. This will be how you lower down if you're going to use your knee assist when we get to our sun salutations. We lower down, elbows snug to the ribs till our chest meets the floor. Bring the chin all the way to the floor. Squeeze the legs together. Push the tops of the feet down into the floor. On your inhale, lift up, just using your back muscles. Elbows snug to the body. Exhale down. Nice and slow, using the whole inhale to ascend. A whole exhale to descend. Push the tops of the feet down into the floor. When you think you haven't or you can't lift anymore, squeeze the glutes together. You usually get a little more lift, if that's what you're looking for. If that feels good. Eyes are closed, roll them up to the third eye point. Feel that little pressure in the eyes and forehead. And in our Vinyasa class, we use our Ujjayi breath. So you're gently constricting the throat, just as if you were fogging up glass. But we do it with the lips closed. Air moving through the nose, we feel it in the throat, we hear sound from the throat, both on the inhale and exhale. If your spine is craving more, you can start to add some arm strength. When you get to the top of your lift, can't go anymore, but you're craving more, then you can push down and back with the hands, like you're pulling the hands back towards your hips. As you descend, let the back muscles take over again. Next time you come up to your highest point, hold there. Exhale, bend the knees, ease the hips back into child's pose. Keeping the knees and feet together for this first one. When we keep the knees and feet together, it's to neutralize the spine. When we bring the knees wide, we get more into the hips. Come back to the breath if you've lost track of it. Use the inhales to puff up your back, spreading your back ribs. On your next inhale, lift up, back onto hands and knees. Let's extend the right leg, flex the foot, toes point down towards the floor. Lost connection. One moment. Bring the knee down. Tate's computer doesn't even show up anymore. Lift the right leg up. Draw the low belly up towards the spine. Eyes down on the mat. Crown of the head reaches forward. Inhale the left arm up. We're pausing here, so continue to breathe. Push down into the floor with the right hand. Anchor the top of the left foot firmly down into the mat, keeping that very lowest part of the belly scooped up. Think of plugging the femur up into your right hip socket. Soften the jaw. Check out here, what is the yin and what is the yang? Where is the softness? Where is the engagement? On your next inhale, lift a little higher. Point the toe on the exhale, elbow to knee. Push the floor away with the right hand. Hollow out the front side. Inhale to extend. Exhale, round. Scoop the low belly up towards the spine. Finish the exhale. One more. Place the hand and knee back down. And we'll switch sides. Lift the left knee, left leg up, flex the foot, turn the toes down towards the mat. It might feel like you have to pigeon toe your foot a little bit. So sometimes it's funny. You might feel like you have your toes down towards the ground, but you actually don't. So you could even peek underneath and look. Draw the low belly up. Inhale the right arm up. Face turns down towards the mat. Take all the wrinkles out of the back of the neck. Scoop the low belly up. Push down into the left hand a little bit more. Anchor down into the top of the right foot a little bit more. Soften the face, soften the jaw. Breathing long and deep. Plug the femur up into the hip socket. Gets your left glute activated a little differently. Now let's take a big inhale, lift a little more, point the toe, exhale, round. So spreading between the shoulder blades, scooping the low belly up towards the spine. Now if you feel super wobbly like I do right now, I need to bring your left hand out to the left a little bit more, so more of a wider base, distributing the weight a little bit more. Let's see if we can maintain some softness. We've got a lot of yang here. Energetic, strong, balancing. Let's bring some element of softness, surrender, ease to it. One more. Bring the hands down, knees down. Knees as wide as the mat if you can, toes together. Ease the hips back into this wide knee child's pose. Checking out the hips, letting them rest down to the heels. And if they're not close to the heels, no worries. We're just relaxing them. Letting gravity take over time. They'll work their way down. There's no one right way to do this. There's no achieving perfection. This is just a practice, a lifetime practice about the process. Use one more inhale to spread the back ribs. Exhale fully. On your next inhale, come back up onto hands and knees. We'll extend the right foot back. Bring the right heel down to the floor. Left foot will come off the mat a little bit. Left hand stays right under the shoulder, reaching the right arm up. Looking up for the right thumb. If that hurts the neck, just find something on the ceiling, or even look straight forward. Anchor down into the right pinky toe. Roll the right ribcage up to the ceiling. Now draw the low belly in. On your inhale, lift the right leg up parallel to the floor. Soften the jaw. Find that long, deep breath again. On your next exhale, slowly lower the foot. Look down, right hand comes down. Bring the right knee down to meet the left. We'll switch sides. Left leg extends. Left heel comes down. You'll feel that left hip start to peel up towards the ceiling. The right foot comes off the mat. Roll that left hip up towards the ceiling. Left arm up. Eventually, one day, 2 eyes on that thumbnail. But take care of your neck. If you need to bring the head forward or just find something else high in the ceiling to look at, it's your drishti, your gazing point. Anchor down into the left pinky toe. Roll the left ribs up towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, lift the leg up parallel to the floor. Keep the low belly drawn in, which helps with our balance. Long breath. Anchor down into the top of the right foot. See where we can find some lightness. On your next exhale, look down, foot down. Bring the hand down. Let's come onto our forearms. Make sure the hips are right over the knees. Then walk the hands forward, bringing either your chin or your forehead to the mat, whatever feels good on your neck. Letting the armpits and chest way down towards the mat. This is our puppy dog. Getting into our stiffest part of the spine, the thoracic spine. You can think of rolling the triceps down towards the mat, or even coming onto the pinky edge of your hands with the thumbs pointed up towards the ceiling. Take 2 more deep breaths here. On your inhale, palms down. Let's glide forward onto the forearms again. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Step back into plank. Know that you have the option of keeping the knees down, hips low. If your toes are tucked under, squeeze the legs together. Glutes pop into action. Pressing down from fingertips to elbows. Now firing it up even more by imagining we're sliding the elbows towards our toes and the toes are trying to slide up towards our elbows. Soften the face. Find that long, deep breath. On your next exhale, ease the knees down, ease the hips down. Untuck the toes, Sphinx. Close the eyes here, let the hips rest down into the mat. 2 more deep breaths here. On your next exhale, slide the hands back by the low ribs. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, bend the knees, hips back to heels. On your next inhale, push down into the shins, low belly stays lifted, coming up under the knees. Exhale, child's pose. Keep the arms at the ears. Inhale to our tabletop, exhale, belly, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, elbows squeeze in, heels squeeze together. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, low belly scoops up, coming all the way up under the knees. Lift up through the sternum. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale all the way up under the knees again. Tailbone guides down towards the floor. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale to your tabletop. This time tuck the toes. Exhale into downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. Press down and together with the hands like we're trying to slide the thumbs towards each other. Pedal the heels. Pedal the feet. Tuck the chin deeply into the neck, like you're giving yourself a double chin, and you're looking towards your navel. You'll never really be able to see it, and we're not cranking our head forward to see it, but you're looking in that direction. You can close your eyes as well. Armpits hugging towards each other. 2 more breaths here, still pedaling the feet. Pause with the pedaling, heavy heels, light toes, exhale everything out. On your inhale, look forward, scoop the low belly up, take some steps or 1 step up to the top of the mat, monkey pose. Shoulders away from the ears, low belly scoops up, exhale, fold forward. If you have any low back problems at all, please don't fold forward, just stay halfway up. On your next inhale, push down into the feet, coming all the way up, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, arms by your side. Total stillness. Resist the urge to fidget. Let's take a moment to notice where the yang and the yin ratio is. Also noticing external cues as well. The music is pretty yang. If it's irritating, it's an opportunity for you to notice and notice your reaction. It's hard for me to always pick music that everyone likes. I try. On your next inhale, look up, arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hip crease. Inhale, halfway up, monkey pose. Exhale, hands flat. Before we step back, we can lower the knees like I showed you at the beginning of class, or take the full chaturanga, lowering until the triceps are in line with the ribs. Then we press up. On the tops of the feet, hips and knees off the floor. Exhale, scoop the low belly up. Downward facing dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths here together. Find that connection through the hands. Scoop up the sits bones. Exhale everything out. Inhale for 5. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Your next inhale, look forward, take as few steps as possible to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down to come up. Low belly stays scooped. Exhale, let's do 1 more. Right back into it, swan dive down. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, hands down, step back. Lower down, lowering the knees or not. Inhale either into a cobra or what I'm doing, an up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do 5 deep breaths together again. Knit the ribs in towards each other. Sits bones up to the ceiling. Chin tucks. Strong contact with the base of the knuckles. Exhale everything out. I guess we should be down to 4 now. Inhale for 4. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale. On your next inhale, step forward. If you're always using one leg to step forward, try the other one. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, push down to come up. Sweep the arms up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, right back into it. Don't worry, we're doing something different now though. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step the right leg back, lower the knee. Low lunge, untuck the toes, look up for the thumbs. Let the hips squeeze down and forward, anchoring down into the top of the right foot. On your exhale, hands down, step that left foot back. We can move through our vinyasa, lowering the knees for extra assistance if we like. Inhale up to our extension, exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step the right foot up by the right hand, back knee lowers. Low lunge again. Anjaneyasana. Tailbone guides down towards the floor. One more big inhale. On the exhale, hands down, tuck the back toes. Step forward right into monkey pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down to come up. Grab hold of the left wrist and come over to the right, half moon. Inhale, up, switch the grip, come over to the left. Nudge that right hip over to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, both hands down, step back, lower through our vinyasa. Inhale, extension. Exhale, down dog. And on your inhale, step the right foot up between the hands. Left heel comes down, coming right up into warrior two. So in warrior two, we've got the right heel in line with the arch of the left foot, or the heel of the left foot. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, look over the right middle fingernail. Tailbone guides down towards the floor, eventually working to a 90-degree angle here. If that hurts the knee at all, though, you can have less of a bend there. Really push down into the right heel. Get the right glute to activate. Hug the triceps up to the bone. We're swiveling the navel towards the left. Right knee is guiding towards the right pinky toe. Take a big inhale. Turn the right palm up. Exhale, reverse. Reach the right ribs up away from the right hip. Barely putting any weight on that back leg. On your next inhale, lift back up. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Peel the left ribs up towards the ceiling, left arm up. Modification is to have the elbow on the right knee. On your next exhale, look down. We're bringing our hands down and working our way into a transverse lunge. So ideally, the right foot is flat. If it's not quite coming down, it may over time, that's all right. Lift up through the sternum. We can use our hands for the first couple. On the inhale, we're lifting up through center, walking our way over to the left. Sitting down, flat foot ideally, right foot flexed. Let's try that again, and you may want to give yourself a little challenge. Bring the palms together, really push down into the heels. Exhaling over to the other side. So we're inhaling up through center, keeping the chest lifted. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale up, exhale down. Bring the hands down, come up through center, pause here. Bring the toes in, so you're pigeon toeing the toes. We could be up on our fingertips or even up on blocks. We're bringing the hands back so the fingertips line up with the tops of the toes, hinging forward at the hip crease. We're working our head towards that line drawn between the two toes. Eventually, someday, the crown of the head comes down to that line. If the hips are open, you feel like you can widen your stance a little bit. That'll bring the head closer. That's fine. Push down and apart with the feet like you're splitting the mat between the feet, getting those glutes to activate. Elbows point straight back. Slow down the breath. Where's the yin? Where's the yang here? Prasarita Padottanasana. Find the breath. On your next inhale, come up halfway. Hands to hips, exhale. Elbows point up. Another inhale. Exhale, hands down, walk them forward, turn the right toes forward, curl the back toes under, left hand under the shoulder, reach the right arm up, open twist. Exhale the hands down, step that right foot back, lower through your vinyasa. Meeting in down dog. Know that you have the option of coming into child's pose at any time, any reason. It's not a defeat. It's an opportunity to reconnect with your breath. Could come there for an emotional reason, physical reason. It's always an option, a really good option. On your next inhale, step the left foot up between the hands. Right heel comes down, sweeping up into warrior two. I'll switch sides so you can see. Got that left heel in line with the arch or the heel of the right foot. Looking out over your left middle fingernail, swiveling the navel towards the right, left knee to the left pinky toe. Check out that left knee. It could be different than your right. We're eventually working towards a 90-degree angle. Tailbone guides down towards the floor. Triceps hug up to the bone. Rolling the weight onto the outside edge of the right foot. Check out the glutes. Push down more into the floor to get the glutes active. Inhale the left palm up. Exhale, reach up, reverse warrior. Lifting the left ribs up away from the left hip. Looking up to the left hand. On your next inhale, come back up. Exhale, your choice. Either your hand to the mat, right arm up, or elbow to the knee, your choice. Hugging the knee into the shoulder if you got the hand on the mat. Looking up for the thumb. Someday, find something on the ceiling, if not the thumb. On your exhale, look down, bring the hands down. We're easing our way into that transverse lunge again. Same thing we did. You decide, do you want to have the hands here to assist up on the inhale, walking your way over, or we're bringing hands together, knuckles to sternum. Chest lifted, a little squeeze between the shoulder blades, inhaling up, exhaling back down. Full breath. Where's the yin, where's the yang here? Can we bring a little more yin? Cool and calm. Next time we come up through center, pause, hands on the ground, back into that Prasarita Padasana. But let's start by pushing the floor away. So we have a flat back. And walk the hands forward. So we're actually doing a little thing before we go into Prasarita Padasana. Kind of down dog arms. Tuck the chin into the neck. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Push down and apart with the feet again. Strong glutes, strong quads. Pop up the kneecaps. And now come back up. Inhale. Walk the hands back, fingertips line up with the tops of the toes. Exhale, head down. Working the crown of the head back towards that line drawn between the two big toes. Eyes are closed or gazing down your nose. So you're seeing something on the ceiling. Slow down the breath. Check out the ratio of yin to yang. On your next inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the hips. Elbows point up. Inhale again. Keep the low belly scooped up. Push down into the feet. On your next exhale, lower down. Let's walk back to the left foot. Curl the back toes under the right foot. Right hand under the shoulder. Left arm lifts, open twist. Exhale, left hand down. Step the left foot back. We can lower through our vinyasa. Inhale to extension. Exhale, down dog. Find the breath again. Slow it down. Tuck the chin. Hug the armpits in towards each other. How effortless can we make this? How can we punch up the yin in the ratio here? Where can we bring the grace, the softness, the surrender? On your next inhale, come into plank. Squeeze the legs together, bring the feet to touch, knees to touch. Push the floor away, spreading between the shoulder blades. Crown of the head reaches forward. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot up. Keep the back toes under, curled under, high lunge. Squeeze the bend out of the back leg, push down into the right heel, guiding the right hip crease back. Guiding the tailbone down towards the floor. We're up on the big toe ball mount of the left foot, so heel is lifting up away from the mat. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, open up the arms. We're twisting to the right, swiveling the ribs. Now you could stay right here or bring the palms together on your next exhale, hinging. Bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Pressing the palms into each other, swiveling that right rib cage up towards the ceiling. Eventually working the thumbs back to the sternum. Finish this exhale. On your inhale, untwist. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step that right foot back. You could always skip this vinyasa if you like. And go right into down dog. Remember, you can also go into child's pose. On your next inhale, left foot up by the left hand. High lunge. Other side. Lift the right kneecap up away from the mat. Tailbone guides down towards the floor. Decide if you want to go a little deeper into that left knee. You can always widen your base. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, twisting to the left. Open up the arms. Right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. One more big inhale, lengthen, lifting the ribs up. Exhale, your choice if you want to take it a little deeper, or you could stay where you were. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Working those thumbs back to the sternum someday. Left hand pushing down into the right. Gaze is on the floor somewhere behind you. Scoop the low belly up and in. Finish this exhale. On your inhale, untwist, reach up. Exhale, hands down, step the left foot back. Exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes. We'll all meet in child's pose. Use those inhales to spread the back ribs. Do one more fun balance and explore this yin and yang, and then we'll make our way back to the mat, slowing down. So let's lift our hips up, inhale up. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll take a walk up to the top of the mat, monkey pose, low belly scoops up, shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down to come up, bring the arms up. And exhale, arms by your side. So this is a challenging balance, but remember that there's ways everywhere along the way that we could stop. So bring the feet together. Bring the right arm out to the side. Reach back and see if we can grab the inside of the right ankle. So if this is not an option, you can always grab a strap or a scarf, loop it around the ankle, and just work on balancing right there, holding on to that right ankle, balancing on one foot. And if we're really just starting out with balance practice, you could even have the right heel just above the left ankle, practicing this balance, working your way up onto your tippy toe. So there's places we can pause and work on, even if some of us are working on this balance. So our elbow is pointed out, we're holding onto the inside, the big toe side of the right foot. Left arm reaches up. Lift up through the sternum, find something on the floor 6 or 7 feet in front of you and scoop the low belly up and in. Lift the pelvic floor. Those 3 things are key to our balance. pelvic floor, low belly, eye gazing point, our drishti. So you could stay here practicing your balance or begin to kick into your hand. Very slowly. Each movement we have to reconnect with our balance, that pelvic floor, low belly scooping. We're just kicking into the hand. We're not trying to lean forward. We're still trying to stay lifted through the chest. And the kick is lifting our arm up, increasing the extension. At some point, the kick may become so much that you start to fold forward naturally, and that's fine. Low belly scoops, pelvic floor scoops, soft face. What's the ratio of yin to yang here? If we reach a little bit more, we kick a little bit more. Little kick, little reach. We need that opposing force in the two directions to hold this balance, along with that pelvic floor scoop. On your next inhale, slowly come up, release the right foot down, release everything, pause standing with the eyes closed. Notice the different sensations in the two different legs. Still not connected. Still no, it doesn't even say teeth. So open the eyes. Oh, it just popped up. It wasn't there before when I handed it to you. Bring the weight onto the right leg now. Reaching back for that ankle, or you're doing the version of just having the heel above the right ankle, palms together. If you're just beginning to work on improving your balancing skills. This is all practice. It doesn't just come to us. It takes doing it over and over again. So eyes steady on 1.6 or 7 feet behind you. Grab the big toe side of your left ankle. Right arm up with the ear. Lift up through the sternum. Eyes don't move. Steady on one point on the floor. The higher we bring the eye gaze, the harder it is to balance. Draw the low belly in, lift the pelvic floor. Start to kick into the hand very slowly. Remember, whenever you do more kick, you're going to reach out with the right hand a little bit more. Little kick, re-engage the reach. Very slowly making adjustments. Speed is our enemy here with balance, unless you are an expert. Like my partner here, co-founder Tate, who was a Broadway ballet dancer at the age of 16. But most of us have not done that. And that was a lot of practice, right, Tate? Mm-hmm. Hours and hours and hours and hours of practice. Keep kicking into the hand. Low belly, pelvic floor. On your next inhale, slowly lift up, releasing the grip on your left foot. Right arm down, close the eyes. Soften the jaw. Notice the sensations in the feet, calves, quads, hips. Notice the heartbeat. Slow down the exhale. What's the ratio of yin to yang now? Let's make our way to the floor. You can always skip the theatrics of vinyasa and just come down to your seat. But sometimes we get down there in a pretty way. Inhale up, exhale, hinge. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, hands down, step back. But you could skip all this and just come to your seat. Sometimes we do that. Go through our vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, glide forward into plank. Exhale, float the knees down. My favorite cue to say, float. which has been mocked by many a comedian. Coming on to our heels for a moment, toes tucked under. Broken toe pose. Doesn't that sound fun? Tailbone guides down towards the floor. Let's reach the arms up. Grab hold of opposite elbows, drawing them back, opening up the chest. See if we can knit the ribs in towards each other so we're not sticking our chest out. Trying to find a straight spine. 2 more big breaths. If you can't take it anymore and you need to uncurl the toes coming onto the tops of the feet, that's okay. Let's do 1 side bend. So come over to your left, lifting the right ribs up towards the ceiling. On your inhale, come back up through center. Exhale over to the right. Just think of tilting the ribs rather than leaning over to the side. Inhale back up. Exhale, release. Untuck the toes. You can cross the ankles and sit back, sending the feet forward. Let's make our way to our backs. We'll finish off here. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Bring the heels in close to the hips. Let's do a little test lift first. So we'll lift the hips up. If that's pinchy on your knees at all, walk your feet forward, even an inch away from the hips. And lift again, see if that's better. That should be better. So we're lifting up into bridge. You can rock side to side on the shoulders. Don't turn your head to look at the screen once you have pressure on the neck. Your choice if you want to interlace the fingers underneath the hips. And notice if you're rolling weight onto the outside edge of the feet with the knees falling apart, try to press down into the big toe ball mount. Even pressure across all 4 corners of the feet. Thinking of sternum towards face, tailbone towards the back of the knees. Soft jaw, full, complete breath. If there's ever any sharp pain, know that's a good idea to come down, especially in the knees. But if it's just kind of a dull discomfort in the muscles in the glutes, see if you can stay here for a couple more breaths. Sternum to the face, tailbone tucks under towards the back of the knees. On your next exhale, lower down. We'll cross the right knee over the left, scooch the hips to the right a couple of inches, let the knees drop over to the left, chin to the right. Soften the jaw, soften the lips. Close the eyes. Push down into hands and feet, bringing the knees back up. Scooch the hips back to the center and bring the right ankle just above the left knee. We'll hug the left knee in, interlacing the fingers either over the left shin or behind the left thigh. Keeping the low back, the waistband anchored down on the floor. So we have some muscular effort here again, hugging the left knee in, and we're pushing the right ankle back into the left knee so we feel the muscles in the right hip engage. But where can we add some softness, some surrender, some disengagement? Playing with that ratio of yin to yang. Slowly release the left foot back down on the floor. Bring both feet on the floor. Knees and feet touch. Left knee over the right. Scooch the hips to the left a couple of inches. Knees to the right. Chin rests towards the left shoulder. Palms up. Eyes closed. Everything disengaged now. There's no need to push the feet down to the floor or hold the knees up away from the floor. Let the hips soften. Where is that ratio of yin to yang now? Not just in the body, but in the mind. Push down into hands and feet, bring the knees up. Straighten out the spine. Just bring those hips back. Left ankle rests just above the right knee. We'll hug it in. You decide where to interlace the hands, either over the shins or behind the right thigh. Muscle engagement now, both in the biceps, shoulders and hands as we hug the knee in, and then the left hip muscles as we press the left ankle back into the right knee. Soft jaw, soft lips. Get a sense of what absolutely needs to be engaged in order to maintain this, and what can we release? Playing with that ratio. Slowly release the right foot back down to the floor. Extend both legs into Shavasana. Straight legs, feet flop apart, palms up. Soften the jaw so much that the teeth can separate, the lips may separate. Brow smooths. Eyes rest heavy in their sockets. All the muscles melt away from the bones, and the bones settle more deeply into the floor. Stay in the body, stay with these lovely, pleasurable sensations, the warm, melty feelings. begin to deepen your breath. But if you feel like you'd like to take a nap right now, stay where you are. It's a good time to rest. Our bodies now get to rest and repair. You've done a lot of work to bring yourself to this state of relaxation. Please feel free to stay. I'll be signing off. Let us continue to find the strong and the soft, the surrender along with the action, finding the balance that's right for us in any given moment. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.